So, I opened up my laptop the other day and got this message.
Hey Jimmy, just curious on your thoughts on this. What do you think it takes to become super successful? Cheers, mate.
So being the kind of guy I am, and actually curious myself, I wanted to help out and find him an answer from people who've actually walked the walk. So over the space of a week, I watched over 100 interviews of highly successful people and discovered something I didn't even expect. I actually noticed that they all share some key characteristics, common threads which appear to separate them from us. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through what I discovered, and to be honest, this information could change your life. So make sure to turn all the distractions off, take some notes, and make sure you watch to the end as you're not going to want to miss this. So let's get into it. Okay, so the number one thing all of these 100 absolute beasts attribute their success to is having goals. I know this probably feels a little bit underwhelming and you're probably expecting a little bit more. But hear me out. It wasn't the fact that they actually had goals, because let's face it, there's a lot of unsuccessful people with goals. But it's the way they go about actioning the goals that makes all the difference. Almost all of them had 3 ways to turn their goals into their secret weapons. These were, they clearly determined what they wanted to achieve. They didn't focus on the overarching goal, but small consistent actions to move them towards the goal. And they regularly reviewed their goals and adjusted them as needed. So what most people that are successful don't tell you is they don't rely on willpower alone to achieve their goals. Because let's face it, if you could achieve goals on willpower alone, there would be a lot more New Year's resolutions that get stuck to. A fun fact on that, only 8% of people actually stick to their New Year's resolution goals. But let's get back to this S tier of successful people. If you want to be in that tier of successful people, it's very important to be super specific when you set goals. So guys, none of these I want to be a millionaire by 30 type goals. I guarantee if you set goals like that, you're never going to achieve them. So you want to know that Kobe Bryant, Tom Brady of goal setting, there's one gold standard and it's called the SMART goal setting standard. And SMART stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. So that crappy goal before of wanting to become a millionaire by my 30s, that really needs to be something like this. I want to become a millionaire by my 30th birthday by consistently investing $2,240 every month with a return of at least 10%. I will track my progress every single month as I update my personal net wealth tracker. Achieving this will give me more time and more freedom to spend with my family, who without them, I am nothing. Now don't worry if you don't know how the hell I developed that SMART goal. I've got a whole video on it and you can find that in the description. Now, an awesome SMART goal is one thing, but I find that it doesn't help you by itself. That's why almost all the successful people I watched, they suggested to take a goal and break it down into small, actionable steps. And to create milestones so you can create consistent traction and consistent momentum towards achieving the goal. See, the biggest challenge you'll face when trying to tackle a life-changing multi-year goal is A, getting started, and B, keeping motivated when things don't go your way. That's why you can't rely on sheer willpower alone, unless willpower is some kind of X-Men type superpower for you. Your motivation to achieve the goal will generally dissipate once life throws a few curveballs at you. So I'm going to assume you're not the newest character of the X-Men franchise and willpower is not your superpower, and you have a non-mutant level of willpower. I want to take willpower out of the equation altogether and replace it with a ladder. So let's go back to our Kobe Bryant of goals. I want to be a millionaire by my 30th birthday by consistently investing $2,240 every month with returns of at least 10%. I will track my progress every single month as I update my personal net worth tracker. Achieving this will give me more time and more freedom to spend with my family, who without them, I am nothing. Now, we know to achieve that goal, we need to be making $2,240 every month with a 10% return. So one of the first milestones you may set is just getting to $500 a month. So one of the actions you may take to move you towards that milestone is just spend an hour on a Friday night making a big list of all the different ways you could potentially make $500 a month. And another action on that list could just be spending 15 minutes a day going through that list and doing research on those different types of investments to see which one to tackle first. Now, a big note on this. You need to make sure that your milestones and your actions are actually achievable and fit around your current workload. This is super important because life tends to have a way of kicking you directly in the nuts. So you need to be prepared for this. And this is what actually separates the super successful from the rest of us, is the ability to review their goals and adjust them to make sure they're achievable. Because there is nothing more demoralizing than knowing full well you're not going to achieve your actions and milestones. And for most of us, this is enough to make us actually stop wanting to achieve them altogether. The fear of failure. This was the one thing that really stood out to me when I watched all of these 100 interviews, is that you genuinely knew they were going to achieve their goals or they were going to die trying. Now, there is more than one way to tackle this. Some of them are just like Juggernaut chasing Kitty Pryde. Elon Musk is an incredible example of this. But actually, most highly successful people just keep one eye on their goal and regularly review them. They do this to make sure they're on track to achieve their goals. And if they're not, they just simply adjust their milestones and actions to make sure that they hit their marks. So, the one suggestion I would give you is to review your milestones, actions, and your goal every quarter, just to make sure that you're on track. And if you're not, sit down, readjust them, rework your milestones, rework your actions to make it so that you achieve them. Doing this will actually significantly increase the odds of you achieving your long-term goal. So if being goal-orientated was an infinity stone, you know that there's 4 more to come. So if you're serious about learning what else I discovered by watching these 100 successful people, then you need to watch this video next. And make sure to subscribe to the channel because you know sometimes YouTube wigs out and I'd hate for you to miss out on this information. I'll see you guys in the next video.